Trump deletes AI video depicting Obama's after backlash. U.S.-Iran Muscat talks end. Iranian FM says start was positive. U.S.-India unveil interim trade deal framework. U.S. sets June deadline for Ukraine-Russia war deal, Zelensky. RSF drone strike in Sudan kills 24. U.S. President Donald Trump's social media account has removed an AI-generated video that depicted former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama as apes, after widespread backlash from political leaders and commentators. The video, originally shared on Trump's Truth Social platform, stayed online for about 12 hours before being taken down. Republican Senator Tim Scott called the clip the most racist content he had seen from the White House and urged its removal. House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries also condemned the post, describing it as quote, disgusting bigotry and calling on Republicans to denounce it. The clip reportedly came from a pro-MAGA meme account and was part of a longer video featuring several Democratic figures, including Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Hillary Clinton, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Iran's foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi, has described the latest round of indirect nuclear talks with the United States in Muscat, Oman, as a, quote, good start, signaling optimism for future negotiations. Speaking after the Omani-mediated discussions, Araghchi said there appears to be a consensus to continue talks, but any next steps will depend on consultations in both countries' capitals. He noted that the negotiations followed hours of intensive discussions held in a positive atmosphere. The talks lasted around 6 hours and included multiple indirect exchanges, with Oman's foreign minister Sayed Badr al-Busadi playing an active role in relaying messages between the two sides. Araghchi said Iran clearly communicated its positions, concerns, and the rights of its people, while also listening to the views of the United States, marking the first such engagement after a long pause in diplomacy. The United States and India have unveiled the framework for an interim trade agreement, reinforcing their commitment to a broader bilateral trade deal currently under negotiation. Under the plan, India will reduce or eliminate tariffs on American industrial products and a wide range of agricultural goods. In return, New Delhi intends to purchase about $500 billion worth of U.S. energy, aircraft, and other products over the next 5 years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the agreement reflects a shared commitment to innovation and is expected to strengthen investment and technology ties between the two nations. The announcement follows President Donald Trump's decision to cut reciprocal tariffs on Indian goods to 18% and remove an additional 25% duty previously imposed over India's purchases of Russian oil. According to the executive order, India has now pledged to stop importing Russian oil and expand defense cooperation with Washington over the next decade. The United States has set a June deadline for Ukraine and Russia to reach a peace agreement, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said, as renewed Russian strikes caused major damage to Ukraine's energy infrastructure. Zelensky stated that Washington wants the nearly 4-year war to end by early summer and is prepared to pressure both sides if progress is not made. He added that the next round of trilateral talks between Ukraine, Russia, and the U.S. could take place next week, possibly in Miami, with Kyiv confirming its participation. The Ukrainian leader also revealed that Russia has presented a massive $12 trillion economic proposal to the United States as part of broader negotiations. Meanwhile, Russia launched over 400 drones and about 40 missiles overnight, targeting Ukraine's power grid. The attacks damaged 8 energy facilities across multiple regions and forced nuclear plants to cut output, worsening nationwide power shortages and triggering extended outages. The June timeline follows earlier U.S.-brokered talks in Abu Dhabi that failed to produce a breakthrough, largely due to Russia's demand that Ukraine withdraw from the Donbas region, a condition Kyiv firmly rejects. At least 24 civilians, including 8 children, were killed after a drone strike hit a vehicle carrying displaced families in central Sudan, doctors said. The attack happened near the town of Rahad in North Kordofan, where the victims had fled earlier, fighting. 2 infants were among the dead, and several others were injured. Hospitals in the area are struggling with severe shortages of medicine and equipment. The Sudan Doctors Network blamed the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces (RSF) and urged the international community to protect civilians and hold those responsible accountable. The RSF has not yet responded. The strike came just one day after a World Food Program aid convoy was attacked in the same region, killing 1 person and destroying trucks loaded with emergency food supplies. UN officials warned that such attacks threaten efforts to help millions facing hunger and displacement. Kordofan has recently become a major battleground in Sudan's ongoing war between the military and the RSF, which began in April 2023. The conflict has killed more than 40,000 people and forced over 14 million from their homes, creating what aid agencies describe as the world's largest humanitarian crisis.